One of the best ways to handle any question or objection that comes up from any of your prospects in your sales process is by sharing stories. And these stories do not even have to be your own. They can be third-party success stories, basically other people's stories. But how do you effectively share these stories with your prospects so that they get on the edge of their seat to want to buy or join you in your business? Well, that is what we are talking all about in today's episode. So stay tuned. Welcome to episode 115. My name is Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success fast while most importantly, designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe because I put out a brand new episode and free resource for you and your business each and every week. So a few episodes ago, in fact, episode 109, I'll link it in the show notes below in the description box, I talked about how to share your story to actually get prospects interested in what it is that you're doing. That episode was a big hit, and I wanted to follow it up with another episode, this episode right here, on how to share other people's stories when you're prospecting or talking to somebody doing like a three-way call or something. This is the most important thing to learn how to do in your business, because whenever a prospect has a question or they have an objection for me, I actually answer it always with a story. And typically it's not even my story, it's a third-party story. And there is a strategy on how to make this super effective in your business. And when you're brand new in your business, you might be waiting for your story. You might be waiting for your testimonial story as far as the business goes or the products go. And you do not want to wait to go out there and build your business while you're waiting for your own story, because your story could be months, right? So you want to be able to get really good at sharing other people's stories to create success fast in your business. And it's really important to make sure that you are including certain elements in your story when you're sharing other people's stories. And we're going to talk about it here in this episode. Now, before we dive into how you should be sharing the story of another person to make it the most effective share, I want you to make sure and understand how important it is to have a story bank or a story journal. So go out and get a journal, or if you already have one, you want to create at least 7 power stories of other people in your business or other customers or product users. Create and start with 7 different stories. Now, these 7 different stories should come from 7 different people, like different walks of life, so that you can pull the story that best relates to the person that you're going to be sharing the story with. So for example, if you're talking to a teacher, you can pull, if you have a teacher's third-party story in your story bank, you can pull that story out of your story bank and relay that story over to that prospect. It will relate best. Same goes for like a working professional, somebody in insurance, somebody who maybe already is in network marketing. So have a diverse story bank. I would challenge you to put this into motion immediately and start and create right now 7 third-party power stories that you can pull from every time you're talking to a prospect to help relieve a question or an objection. This will be one of the most powerful things besides creating your own story in your business that you can do. Now I'm going to go over the how-to. We're going to put these elements together, but in every episode of Tanya Aliza TV, I like to equip you with a free resource that you can use in your business to help you create results and success with fast. Today, we're talking about how to share third-party stories, right? And you're going to create a story bank. So I thought that I would help you with that, and I created a template and worksheet to help you craft your third-party stories and to keep track of them. So if you want this template and worksheet and you want to start working on your third-party stories, you can head over to the blog at tanyaaliza.com/115 download. We'll leave a link for you to go direct to the blog in the description box above or below this video, and that'll take you to the blog. There'll be a big yellow button. You can click the button and you can request the template and worksheet to help you craft your third-party stories. Get that, put that on the list of to-dos, and immediately after this episode, go and get that template and worksheet and do the activity. Again, one of the most powerful things that you can do in your business. Okay, so there's 4 elements, and it's really very similar to the previous episode that I did on how to share your personal story. So element number 1, who are they and where did they come from? So for example, who are they? Say their name. And where do they live? You can maybe share that if you think it will relate. And what have they done for a living? Like, what's their profession? What's their backstory? Are they a stay-at-home mom? Are they doing something are they a teacher? Are they a firefighter? So who are they and where have they been? Number 2, what has happened in their life that has caused them to look for something more? Number 3, how they heard about the company or products and why they had to be a part of it. And number 4, what it's doing for them right now. And if you can share some specific results in element number 4, the more specific, the more detailed, the better. Now you might be wondering, well, how do I satisfy the elements of these third-party stories? Like, what if I don't know the people? They're just a other distributor or customer user in my company. How do I find out the details to build up this third-party story? And so what I would suggest is send them a message on Facebook. Ask them, just say, hey, listen, I really love your story. I want to dive in a little bit more. I want to be able to maybe share your story to some prospects that I'm talking to. Can you help me to share your story best? And can you answer these 4 questions for me? You can also try to read up on their story and pull those elements out. Sometimes the company that they're a part of or you're a part of, it'll feature that person's story in one of their monthly magazines or on the company's blog. One way that I like to extract this information is I like to interview the success stories in our company. And I actually just interviewed 2 ladies that are working the business, and I asked them these 4 questions, and now I kind of send people to that interview, and we did a Facebook Live. So we did a dual broadcast Facebook Live, and I would definitely suggest that you do this because it's very powerful. And I asked them, I said, hey, you guys have been creating this astronomical amount of success in this really short period of time. Can I interview you on my personal profile, and can I ask you some questions to see, how this might be able to help other people that are like you guys that maybe I'm talking to? And so I interviewed them in a Facebook Live. If you want to see how that interview played out and the types of questions that I asked them, I'm going to link to it in the show notes in the description box below, and you can see how I interviewed these 2 lady bosses and the questions that I asked. But that's another great way to find out the answers to these questions, and another great way to create an additional prospecting resource for you and your team. And another way to learn how to get that third-party story bank really churning and really beefy is to also go to your company event, because the company events are put together very strategically where they'll have success stories walk the stage and they will share their story. And that is a story that you should be adding to your success bank and journal. So let's tie this back all full circle. The beginning of this video, I said to answer any question or objection that you get from your prospects, share a third-party story. So here's the transitional phrase or the transitional script to be able to do that. If somebody asks you a question, it's kind of technical, or they're like, how much money can you actually make? Or how does the comp plan really work? All you need to say is, I'm not 100% sure, but all I know is, and then insert the third-party story that would be relevant. That is going to get your prospect more interested in buying or joining from you than technically knowing all the nitty-gritty detail and answering a question or objection that way. Trust me, I know. I've done thousands, if not tens of thousands of presentations in my career so far in network marketing. And remember, to help you with your third-party story creation, I have included in today's episode my third-party template and worksheet that you can pick up on my blog absolutely free at tanyaaliza.com/115 download. Check the link in the description box to get over to the blog. You'll see the big yellow button there, and you can request the worksheet and template. Use that in your business, share it with your team, but get really good at knowing and understanding what third-party stories that you can use in your business to help you answer any question or objection that comes up and to help you enroll more customers and teammates. It's so powerful. So make sure you get that template and that worksheet that we've put together for you to help you do that. Question of the week. Care to practice and sharing a third-party story in the comment section below? Drop it like it's hot. in the comment section below. I'd like to see you practice sharing your third-party story. Did you get some value out of today's episode? I truly hope that you did. Make sure to pick up the free resource that we put together for you here in this episode. Make sure to like, comment, or share via one of the share links above, below, or around this video. And I will see you on the next episode of Tanya Aliza TV.